Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making the most simple garlic tossed pea shoot recipe. Cooking vegetables shouldn't be the hardest thing in the world, but how to keep your veggie green and fresh, crunchy at the end after cooking is where the real technique's at. Today I'm teaching you a very special way to cook veggie that is not stir-fry or sauteed and have a 100% success rate for kitchen newbie to make the restaurant-grade garlic pea shoot. Check it out. The dish that we're making today is the garlic pea shoots. Stir-fried pea shoot is a pretty commonly seen Chinese dish in the Chinese restaurant. Sometimes it will be described as the pea pot shoots, but it is the exact same thing. Pea shoot is a type of sprouts that grow out of peas. Usually it's the sugar snap pea or the snow peas varieties. While peas take a whole summer to grow, the leaves are harvested after just 2 to 4 weeks with the lengths of 2 to 6 inches shoots. It includes 2 to 4 leaves, pairs, and immature tendrils. Pea shoot was first introduced to Americans by the Minced peoples from Southeast Asia. They are international nations of the Chinese origin that have a pretty big population in the US right now as well. Pea shoots are now popular fare at many restaurants, especially Chinese restaurants, and can be purchased by general household in the farmers market as well as the local Asian supermarket all across the country. Pea shoots are pretty delicate plants that after you purchase it from the market and bring it home, it can normally stay in your fridge for around 3 to 5 days max. But try to eat it as soon as you can so it's more fresh. If there's already water on the pea shoot when you bought them, you want to make sure to dry it as good as you can and then use a fresh paper towel to wrap it up and put it into a plastic bag before you put it into the fridge. Only wash the pea shoot right before using because the moisture will accelerate the rotting speeds. Pea shoot can be used in salad to eat raw, which is gaining popularity recently, or traditionally being stir-fried like many Asian restaurants. Pea shoots are normally bright green, crisp, and have a pea-like flavor, but even fresher. They pair really well with meat, bean, and pasta, and of course by itself as well. Pea shoots are packed with many nutrition values. They have 7 times more vitamin C than blueberries, 8 times more folic acid than the bean sprouts, and 4 times more vitamin A than tomatoes. Pea shoots are also a great source for folate, antioxidant, and keratin, which folates help produce and maintain cells and protect against DNA damage, while antioxidants help body fight free radicals, and keratin helps inhibit the antioxidant activities, which all have the potential of preventing cancer. Pea shoots have an outstanding nutrition and calorie ratio and also contains a lot of dietary fiber, which will help you control the body weight and also regulate the metabolism. Here are the ingredients that we'll need for today's garlic pea shoot. It's very simple. We'll need some pea shoots, some minced garlic, soy sauce, oyster sauce, olive oil or whatever oil you're using, and salt. Before we start cooking, we'll have to break our pea shoots into smaller pieces so it's easier to eat later. Pea shoots grow in pairs of leaves. Most of the pea shoots I bought today are a little older than 2 weeks, so they have 2 pairs of leaves or more. We want to try to make sure each bite will be the equal size, so we'll snap off the tendron between the pair of leaves just like this. Very simple. Find the connection tendril between the pair of baby leaves and snap it open. And also at the same time, you can sort out the old leaves during this process. When you're all done, gently rinse them off with cold water and we're ready for cooking. First, we'll have to heat up the water. Pour your water in the pot and add in 2 tablespoons of oil and 1 teaspoon of salt and bring it to boil. The olive oil in the water will protect the color and keep it green and fresh, while the salt will give the veggie some flavor while it's cooking. When you start to see the water start bubbling from the side of the pot, let it keep heating up and we'll use another stove to make our sauce first. Here I'm teaching the most perfect time to start each step. As long as you follow my step, you will have the exact same result as mine at the end. Now, heat up a pan or wok in medium heat and add in 1 teaspoon of olive oil. Give it around 10 seconds to let the oil heat up, and then add in garlic and stir fry till aromatic. The point of this step is to activate the garlic with hot oil, so both the aroma and the flavor can be released. Just a little tip right here, if you don't know how to tell if the oil is hot or not, there's 2 very simple ways to tell. The first way is to put something into the oil. If it starts to make the sizzling noise, that means it's hot. Or the other way is when you tilted the pan, you can see that the heat up oil is way more liquidy than the cold oil. If you put in the garlic a little too early, you will figure that you can't hear the sizzling noise. In this recipe, it's totally fine. You just keep heating up and eventually you'll hear the sizzling noise later. I wanted to mention this because each pot have very different heat conductions. So earlier I said heat up for 10 seconds. It might be different for your pot. So knowing how to see if the oil is hot or not is very important. Now, when you can smell the garlic from the top of the pan, that means it's good. You can turn on the heat now. Next, add in the oyster sauce and soy sauce to mix with the garlic oil, and the sauce is ready. At this very moment, your water should be totally boiling. Drop half of the pea shoots in right now. All we want is to heat up the pea shoot real quick. This is a veggie that does not need to be cooked through, so just toss it in for 5 to maximum 10 seconds, you're good. Scoop it out and drain out as much water as you can, then toss it into the saucepan right away. And the same step for the rest of the pea shoots. The reason why I want to boil the pea shoot in batches is because my pot is not the biggest pot. And I do not want to squeeze my pea shoot and broke them or undercook them. Since the whole boiling process only takes a few seconds, separate them into batches is not really a big deal. But if you have a bigger pot at home and you want to do it all at once, that will do too. Now, while all the veggies are in the pan, quickly mix it up with the sauce and voila! The non-stir-fried garlic pea shoot is ready. Look at this, didn't I told you it's super simple? As long as you follow my exact step in this recipe, I promise you that you will have a 100% success rate every single time. The pea shoot is juicy yet crunchy. The seasoning is simple but perfect. With this recipe, you can change up different type of veggie and create the same awesome flavor. All you need to do is figure out the perfect amount of time to boil your veggie first. Besides pea shoots, my favorite type of veggie for this recipe are baby spinach, water spinach, which is a commonly seen veggie back home in Taiwan, and sweet potato leaves. These 4 are the ones that I've tried and loved. If you have tried out different type of veggie with my recipe, please share it with me in a comment down below. I would really love to know what have you tried. Now, while we're enjoying this super tasty garlic pea shoots, let's learn how to say it in Chinese. The word of the day today is 蒜蓉拌豆苗, garlic tossed pea shoots. The first 2 character is minced garlic, 蒜蓉. The third character is 拌. It could be toss, mix, or mixture. And the last 2 character is our main ingredient today, the 豆苗, pea shoots. So garlic pea shoots in Chinese is 蒜蓉拌豆苗. Thank you for cooking with me today. Let me know if you like the recipe by giving this video a thumbs up. It's only gonna take you a second, but it means a lot to me. I make a video on YouTube every Thursday, so remember to hit that bell, you'll never miss out. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye!